summation speeches, and this will be for the sheriffs. Is the drug problem in Warren County being properly addressed? And let's see, it's your turn to start first this time.
Obviously, I feel that it's not. There's more things that can be done. I've went over some of the things that we were talking about doing. I don't want to get in detail because I don't want the people outside of law enforcement to know the tactics that are going to be used. But it will be, excuse me, Mr. Paul, will be other agencies that help, federal agencies that help. And it's also making ties in the community. There are so many people while I've been out on the campaign trail, going house to house. Well, if I know drugs are being sold there, then, the sheriff's department must know it. And, that issue's time and time again. Take those complaints seriously, because they see things that you're not going to see in that marked patrol vehicle. There are drugs being sold out of high schools. There's an open-air drug market in our county. It is rampant, and it's not just Warren County, it's everywhere. But what you have to do is do you do your prevention programs and your enforcement, a two-pronged attack. I taught there at Marion Boyd, the only prevention program for drugs being taught in the county that I was aware of, and that's a 10-week program in the 5th grade. I'm certified to teach up to the 8th grade. It's supply and demand, okay? If you do not have the demand for it, then the suppliers are not going to be here. So let's get the people where they don't want to be on the drugs. Let's not focus on arresting every person we can that's got a little crack rock and say we've made a drug arrest. Let's get the big amounts. All right, and we take the big amounts away, and if you put pressure on the dealers and make it a supply and demand issue, then you can alleviate the problem, but you can greatly reduce it. Thank you.
Mr. Sutton.
Well, I don't think so, but I'm not going to talk bad about what's being done, as long as something's being done. However, what I came to is it needs to be done the same way it was done when I was out before, and I don't mind telling you how that's done. I don't hide anything from them. We're coming after them. That's something. I'll make it public in the newspaper. Guys that sell dope, we're coming after you. Don't matter. You can move out of the county. I don't care. But you're not going to sell drugs in Warren County. In '94, I made that statement. I meant it. I'm making it again. I mean it. But we'll start a campaign. And the way I did it before. I run a 6-month campaign, brought in an undercover officer, found me someone to help us, and the undercover officer bought drugs from all these people that we bought from. We didn't buy from them once. We bought from them 4 or 5 times. We bought everything from small amounts to large amounts. At the end of that 6 months, I come back, let that undercover officer go, that other person go, get ready to start another campaign. During that 6 months, I was typing the warrants for these people we were buying from now. When we went and did the search warrant, if we didn't find anything at the house, they said, well, I told you I won't sell. Yeah, but you got to go because it's sold 4 times to the undercover officer. Okay? They didn't have a defense of, well, the baby didn't have no milk, I had to do it was 1 time. We bought from them 4 times over a period of 4 months. So they sold for 4 months. Okay? And when we got down, Mr. Ross was the magistrate, and they were kind enough to give us some decent bonds that kept them. When I took a guy down to the jail or to the magistrate for a drug charge, it was a stiff bond. He didn't come right home right away. And that's what we got to do again, because our children that see law enforcement pick up a guy for drugs, take him down to the magistrate's office, and 2 hours later he's back out on the same corner selling again. I mean, what's the kid supposed to think? Okay? Well, he drives around a nice car, pocket full of money, they catch him, he goes, he's back in 2 hours. It's no deterrent to them. They're not scared anymore. If I do it, I'll be back in 2 hours. That's what needs to change, and I'll push for stiffer penalties and higher bonds for these folks that we pick up on drug charges. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you there is a drug going on in Warren County. There's drugs going on in Milton. The drugs going on in town Warrenton. Everywhere there's some drugs. But I can tell you that we have the resources and the connection that we are using to work these drugs. We don't control bonds. We don't control when they get to court. But I can tell you for a fact that we have bought drugs with an undercover officer. And when they get to the court, the DA decided to dismiss it. With a state office, a state agency, and a witness, and on camera. That's beyond our control. A lot of this stuff we cannot control. I do my job. My job is to get it off the street, get it into the court. And then it's up to the DA and his staff to do prosecute. So we are doing it. We will continue to do that. We have an open door policy on drug dealers for any law enforcement officer want to come. And I tell deputies, and I put my hand on the Bible. The two people I asked you not arrest when you come to Warren County, don't tell me. That's my mama and that's my wife. Everybody else has the opportunity to go. Go get them. And we will continue to do that. Open-hearted and just as fast as we can. And we will continue to send them to federal court. So that we can sit here and preach to the choir. But if the choir don't sing on the other side, then we ain't doing anything. Thank you.
All right, thank y'all.